Hi everyone, it's Lorena. I just wanted to show you guys what I actually did for myself over the last couple of days. These are all the to-dos that I gave myself for this week, and I know that seems like a lot, but it was just so that I could make sure I stayed organized. And I basically took these notes from all the different tools that are on the website from the Earn More program. And I wanted to make sure that I was giving myself some sort of goals for everything as far as quantity numbers, and also making sure that I am staying on top of all the different tools and making sure that I'm using them as adequately as possible. Once I kind of narrowed them down, I was able to take all of this information and find a way to put them into my system here. Now, I'm using Salesforce and I particularly love Salesforce. Some people don't like it because it seems very overwhelming, but most of the screens are very much the same. So once you get used to one, you're pretty much going to get the handle on the rest of them. And I do love the way that it connects everything. You can go from point A to point B and everything is connected so that you don't have to figure out how did I get this referral, how did I get this lead, or what is happening. And the way I set it up is so that all my leads and opportunities and contacts, etc., are going to be leading following the same format tool that Donna has given us. So when I click a new lead, I'll actually be able to tell not only which industry they're at, but I'll also be able to know exactly how I got this particular lead. So if it was through something through the Morris County Chamber, I'll be able to tell you which particular event it was that I got it from. This way, when I do my reports, I'll be able to know which particular event or committee is actually paying off for me. I'm also going to be able to put down which services they were interested in when I first talked to them so that I can make sure I remember that when I'm sending them emails. I also set up several tasks that have to do with automated emails so that they'll automatically go out. But I'm just going to enter this as a test for right now so that you can see what I did. So what it does is it automatically pops up and it turns into a lead. And from the lead, this is when I'm just getting their very first set of data and I really haven't had a chance to really meet with them. I leave them as an unqualified and then I can actually give them a rating if they're a really hot, warm, or cold lead. I'm going to assume that this is a hot lead and I need to do something with it right away. Again, I have all this other information that I can enter if I want to, or I have tasks. Once I actually start calling on them and start creating calls, I can actually just do a log a call. And when I do log a call, all these stuff pops up. And this all pertains to the tools that they gave us. So now I can track if I'm logging a call that has to do with one of these particular tasks. So say, for example, excuse me, this particular call was regarding a first appointment and it's a new business call. Once I hit save, the system will automatically track that I made a call about that particular thing. Say I made another phone call a couple of days later, and this one was about my second phone call, my second appointment, and it's still a new business call. I'm going to go ahead and hit save, and that's going to automatically track that. Once I've actually gotten this and I want to see how I'm doing on my calls, my leads will actually be reporting over into my dashboard. And my dashboard is where I can compare all the activities that I've got going on. So right now, I'm actually going to be able to track how many times I'm calling about first and second phone calls, how many times I'm giving or asking for referrals, how many times I'm doing new business calls or emails, et cetera, and where they compare in relationship to my goals. My goals are always in blue, and then the other tasks you can see are differentiated, based on the color coding that's on the bottom. So as you can see, all the tasks that I just did right now automatically pop up. But this gives me a really good visual of, yes, I'm on target, or no, I'm so far off target, I'm not anywhere close. Same thing when it comes to opportunities. Once I have a lead and it's actually going to be a viable case, I can actually hit the button, and I'm not going to do it right now because once I convert it, I can't delete it. But once I have a lead and I convert it into an actual opportunity, all the information from here will automatically get pre-populated. And actually, you know what? I'll just do it and then I'll just deal with it afterwards and I'll just delete it. So again, it gives me the choices to do all of this. And now I can say that, you know what? This is one that actually worked out and I can create a task if I want to, or I just hit convert and it automatically converts my lead into an opportunity. And now I can see that this opportunity is going to be able to be tracking not only who their contacts are, but how many opportunities I have for this one particular organization, what activities I've done in the past, what I still have left to do, and if there's any new leads that I'm getting from this particular account. When I do again my reports, and I'll refresh it right now, you'll be able to see that I ran a report where I can now compare how many opportunities I have by stage, how much money I have in each stage, and how much I have by a pricing strategy, because I did enter pricing so that when I'm doing my proposals, I actually have services quoted at different hourly rates. And what I did here is, once this pops up, I'll be able to show you. I did 3 different pricing structures. So one for nonprofits, one for what I've been charging now, and one that's going to be with a higher rate because I'm obviously not charging enough. And this one right here doesn't have any money because I didn't put any dollar amounts on it. But when I go to services, I incorporated all those different pricing structures on here so that I can actually see how much I'm going to be charging per hour for the different services that I offer. And when I go back to my opportunities, I can actually create a pricing structure right in here. So I can add prices. So I can say that I'm going to be working with corporate tier 1 pricing. And then I can add which services I've actually quoted for this particular company. And I can say I'm doing these 3 services. And that I estimate I'm going to be doing 5 hours here, 5 hours here, and 5 hours here. And once I do that, the amount automatically pops up. The services are automatically tracked down here so that I know when I'm calling them what I actually quoted them on. It'll actually give me the opportunity to change my stage. So right now I'm still in the qualifying stage. But once I get down to needs analysis or proposal even, my probability statuses are going to change. And then I created workflows so that activities will automatically populate based on what stage I'm at so that I don't ever forget to do something. And again, when I go to my dashboards, you'll be able to see that everything changes automatically. And when it's refreshed, you'll be able to see that all of a sudden I've gone from stage 1 to a different stage. And now you'll actually be able to see the numbers because there's numbers associated with that particular opportunity. It all sounds like gibberish right now, but basically what I did is I took all those different spreadsheets and I combined them into one system so that now I can compare and run reports based on what kind of industry they're at, what kind of buyer they're at, what kind of rating they are. Are they somebody I want to do more business with or less business with? Basically, I can track everything and anything that I want. The biggest perk was that I created 2 custom tabs for myself. One is called SMART Goals. While Ginny and I are very good about communicating our goals to each other over the phone every week, I do want to hold myself accountable and see how I'm doing from week to week. Am I keeping up or am I not keeping up? So I created a way so that I can create my SMART goals, have the system track them for me. So the minute I complete step 1, I'll check this off. Step 2, check it off. Step 3, check it off. What that'll do is that'll give me a report that shows me whether I'm actually attaining my goals from week to week or not. And again, I go to my dashboards and I go to SMART Goals. And now I can tell you that so far, I'm either completing them or I'm not completing them. Right now it says goals completed false because I haven't checked anything off because I just created them. I also did a definite plans campaign, which basically means that all the questions that Donna and Tommy think we should be asking ourselves are great questions, and I want to be able to track why I'm doing a particular campaign. So if I wanted to use Constant Contact to send out an email to 50 businesses, I want to make sure that I've got my definite plan answered, and then once I decide to go forward for it, I'm going to create a campaign, and I'm going to be tracking that campaign that is linked with this plan that I had in mind so that I can see in the future how it paid off. And when I click campaign here, and hit search, right now you won't see anything because I don't have any campaigns in here, but it'll actually link it to these campaigns. And these campaigns will actually show you when I started it, when I ended it, what type of campaign it is, if it's a referral program or an email, social media, whatever it is, how many emails I've sent from there, what my expected response rate is, what my cost is, actual versus budgeted, and what the overall revenue is going to be. This is also tied into Constant Contact so that when I'm sending out the emails, it'll actually show me my read rate and my open rate, et cetera, et cetera. So that's actually really cool. But basically, I've got everything now in one place so that I can look at everything no matter where I'm at, and it's all in one system and it's all linked together so that I don't have to re-enter the information 5 different places. So I'm pretty excited. I know it looks a little confusing because I'm going so fast, but I wanted to just show you that there is a way to kind of incorporate it all into one place. And I think it's going to be awesome once I'm actually tracking and analyzing my data the way we should be on an everyday basis. Well, not every day, but as often as humanly possible. Anyways, I'll talk to you guys all soon and take care.